They're saying Elmo's X account was hacked. They say Elmo posted anti-Semitic content, and this is trending right now. This is an Associated Press article. It says Sesame Workshop regains control of Elmo's hacked X account after racist posts. You see that? If you didn't know, I didn't know until I started doing this breakdown. What is Sesame Workshop? Okay. It says it's a global nonprofit organization dedicated to helping children grow smarter, stronger, and kinder. And one thing we do want to know, I have slides by the way, but things are coming to my head as I hit record. So, X, formerly known as Twitter, isn't Twitter kind of like a bird, like Big Bird? But when was Twitter X founded? Wow, that's not a coincidence on the fly. I don't think I got that in the breakdown. Look at that right there. Isn't that amazing? July 23rd, Twitter was rebranded. Okay, so they're talking about when it turned to X. Isn't that awesome? That's right around the corner. And today's date, look at that. 8 days before the rebranding to X. I'm telling you, this stuff trends. This stuff trends like that. And isn't Twitter like a bird? I'm telling you, look at that. It was Twitter, a bird logo. You see that right there? I mean, that's just how my decoding goes. All of that was freaking on the fly, and that's like Big Bird. Wow. With Sesame Street. Isn't that amazing? Big Bird Elmo. Isn't that interesting? Right? So, I mean, you should know by now, but Elmo is a Muppet character. This is why we read this stuff, because stuff just pops up. It's like, wait a minute. Elmo is a Muppet character on the children TV show Sesame Street. A furry red monster who speaks in a high pitched falsetto voice. Ooh, that's disgusting. Isn't that disgusting? And kind of like aimed. Oh, man. Wow. You guys need to read between the lines if you didn't. Okay? Go do your research. A monster right here and dealing with little ones. I know that's disgusting. Look at the last word right there. Toddlers. And if you think about the movies Monsters Inc., go watch some decoding channels on YouTube. Okay? And that'll look all of this symbolism here aimed at the little ones. Go do your research. Go check out some. I'm not going to get into that right now. Let's go back over here. Wow. So that's all on the fly right there. Let's play this video.
The ex, formerly Twitter, account of Elmo was hacked on Sunday, with the Sesame Street Muppet sending numerous anti-Semitic messages to his 647,000 followers. The posts on a verified account contained racial slurs as well as commentary about US President Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. The messages were removed shortly after they were published on Sunday afternoon. In a statement, a spokeswoman for Sesame Workshop, the non-profit organisation behind Sesame Street, said, "Elmo's account was compromised today by an unknown hacker who posted disgusting messages including anti-Semitic and racist posts. We are working to
So they're trying to. This is a form of manipulation right here, okay? Right? Right? This is a way to manipulate the little ones with this garbage with the politics. They mentioned things about Epstein. Well, let's pull. This is all on the fly, by the way. Okay. His birthday is not that far right around the corner. It's what, about 17, 18 days after the rebranding of Twitter to X. I think they're trying to manipulate the little ones into thinking a certain way. Maybe start, learning how to divide amongst each other. I don't think that this was a coincidence, right? You see, they said Epstein and Trump, the remarks were about in that video. Trump right there. Okay, so let's go forward here. Again, this is a decoding channel on the fly with these connections that I caught. So look at that. Isn't that interesting? Because Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, remember we hit the Big Bird connection, but who founded or who bought it at one time? I think they sold it. Elon Musk, right? Look at Elon is like Elmo. You see that? Elonelmo. Elmo Elon. What do you think about that? Does he still he sold X or Twitter, right? Elon Musk sold X. Yes, formerly known as Twitter. I remember I covered that. March 2025. Wow, time flies, doesn't it? Oh yeah, and these are the guys that founded Twitter. He must have like bought it from them at one point or whatever, as far as the script, right? So you see those four guys right there. So that's, I mean, we know Musk is connected with Trump as well. And look at that. And Musk almost looks like Mask. And you get a lot of decoding channels talking about masks with these characters. And then you got the puppet here. So there's a lot of symbolism going on here and a lot of connections. Look at with the language. Look at how Elmo equals 63 in the reverse cipher. X equals 6, 3, and 3. Do they give us any specifics here? Or what? Compromised by an unknown hacker who posted disgusting messages, including anti Semitic and racist posts. Sesame Workshop, the nonprofit behind Sesame Street and Elmo, said in a statement Monday. The account was compromised over the weekend, and instead of the usual posts of encouragement and kindness, Elmo's 650,000 followers were given anti Semitic threats and a profane reference to the Epstein uh, sex trafficking investigation. Those tweets were soon deleted. X did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Elmo's social media account has lately become a place for mental health and awareness. So this is an attack on the little ones. And they keep talking about the red fuzzy monster. Red is like Trump. You see that? Red is like Republican, like Trump. Ooh, and you know what? What else is the color red? You see that right there? Blood red. That's a color, but remember. Okay, so back over here. So you let me know if you watched Monsters Inc. and let me know if that's what you think. Okay, so you see over here, look at how Elmo has the 63, X has 6, 3, and 3, right? Well, we just landed that on Love Island season 7 that was trending because we just had the finale. Look at Love Island premiered on 6/3 and it's trending right now with the season finale that just took place. But we hit on that 63 just in a recent decode. And now you get Elmo and even Love, you can think of like Red, right? That was connected to Love and Diddy's Love Island. Excuse me, Diddy's Love album that was called Off the Grid. And look, Island, Off the Grid. Now they're talking about red monsters and the little ones with Elmo and these racist, anti Semitic remarks. That's interesting because red is like love. Look at Elmo here. Notice how Elmo had. This all goes down 23 weeks after his birthday. Exactly. And you see right there, Elmo, his birthday is on February 3rd. What's up with that? But it's exactly 23 weeks after the 2/3 birthday. How does it say that Elmo is 3.5 years old? Self described. No way. Sesame Street's been around a lot longer than that. But self described as 3.5 years old, okay? But he's got the 2/3 birthday, and this hits Monday, 23 weeks after that 2/3 birthday. Notice how that's the same as 161 days. And you can see how Sesame Workshop equals 61. Remember this red furry monster. Remember the red connection with Trump, okay? Eric Trump, his son's birthday is the 6th day of the first month. His vice president, J.D. Vance, his wife has the same birthday, the 6th day of the first month. Donald John Trump, John equals 16 and 61. And the Capitol insurrection was the 6th day of the first month also. So you see how that red connection comes around here. So what is going on with this symbolism? Islands, love, Diddy, little ones, red monsters, like scaring children. Monsters are supposed to. So this is all like conditioning, and we haven't necessarily got to the racist stuff yet. It's just they're trying to condition here as well. Okay, I see what's going on here. So this is about X and racist remarks. Supposedly they're saying Elmo's X account was hacked. Okay? So that's aimed at the little ones. So this is all manipulation here. Mind control. Attack at a young age. Check this out. Malcolm X with the language hidden here. Malcolm X birthday is just 18 days after Elmo. 2/3. And Malcolm X has the 2/21 birthday. Don't forget that's Black History Month. Malcolm X, he meant a great deal to me and my people. How the assassination of Malcolm X shook the US 60 years ago. Donald Trump equals 60. So you got a Musk, Elon, Elmo, Red, Muppet Monster, Red, Muppet, Think about red again with Republican Trump. You get everything with the language hitting here. Elmo, Elon, Malcolm X with the birthday right around Elmo's birthday, right? And US black nationalist leader here, but they're saying more anti-Semitic comments about Elon, but they say racist in our article. And look at how it hits with Malcolm X. X marks the spot. Don't forget that eclipse. I don't know exactly which one it was. That was on 4/8. Was it last year? I don't know. Time flies. But remember, it was on 4/8. Donald Trump equals 48. Donald Trump equals 60. Malcolm X shook the U.S. 60 years ago. And, they're saying there's comments against Trump and there's comments against Elon. But look at this X connection. Remember, Twitter like the bird, like Big Bird. If you're listening to this decode right now, just soak up all this information. Let's go back over here. Uh, so what does it say here? Oh, they mentioned. Look, and they're saying something about Biden here. Elmo is just checking in. How is everybody? It prompted responses from then President Joe Biden and Chance the Rapper. So we got all these characters now popping up. Now we got Chance the Rapper. Let's check him real quick. Look at Chance the Rapper. So there's a 3 on his hat right there. We've heard 3 a few times. Remember, bird equals 33. Twitter like the bird. Look, Chance the Rapper's in his 33rd year of life right there. He's 32. He will be 33 on his next birthday. And they're talking about Biden. Look at Biden's. Let's pull up Biden right here. 82 years old, November 20th birthday. So that's interesting. But they mentioned something about Trump as well. What did Elmo say about Trump? Oops, if I can type right now. All right, they just mentioned it in the video, but where? Okay, there's something right here. Look, Elmo's X account was apparently hacked and used to post derogatory messages against Jewish people and target U.S. President Donald Trump right there. So this video I'm doing is going to get... Man, they don't give us more info here. They said everything was deleted, huh? Interesting. And remember Epstein. Let's pull up Epstein again. See the pictures right there? Whatever kind of fancy language they want to use. See that right there? You see it? Look at that sign right there. They're going to call people conspiracy theorists with all the symbolism, huh? But let's remember they mentioned Epstein. Ooh, Epstein Island, like Love Island. Damn, look at this. And you had Love Island or Love Album Diddy Off the Grid, which is like an island. Man, and look, you get the red. Okay, if you're watching this video, man, this is almost legendary right here, how we're hitting like this. This is almost legendary how we're hitting like this, okay? Wow. So, man, we got to get through this. So, Malcolm X has the birthday 18 months. Isn't this wild? Ooh, and Valentine's Day is February 14th, man. Why do I even put together slides? And Malcolm X died at age 39. Arizona equals 39. Arizona has the Valentine's Day birthday. Wow. Donald equals 23. Elmo's birthday. Holy crap. Okay, so Malcolm X, you got Valentine's Day affiliated with love with February 14. Man, this what a gift we got going on here. Man, I wish the world was real. Whew. So that's wild, isn't it? So you got Valentine's Day smushed in between there with Malcolm X. You get these racist, anti-Semitic uh, tweets or posts, whatever they call it. Elmo equals 18 in two base ciphers, with Malcolm X's birthday being 18 days after Elmo's. With this X connection, X marks the spot, Elon, Elmo. Isn't that wild? X is the 24th letter of the alphabet, just to put that energy out there. That's pretty close to 23 with that Elmo birthday. Wow, right? But you see, Elmo equals 18 with the birthday 18 days before Malcolm X. Damn. And you also get 21 date numerology synced up with this story, July 14th, with Malcolm X having the 2/21 birthday. Holy, that's wild and amazing.
An investigation is underway after the X account of the character Elmo was hacked yesterday, and somebody made some really disturbing posts. Whoever was behind the hack sent numerous anti-Semitic messages to the 647,000 followers on the Sesame Street Muppets account. The post also contained racial slurs as well as commentary about
It says following 14, Trump's birthday is on the 14th day of June. And you know what? I think Musk's birthday is 2 weeks later. And they say like 647,000 followers. Hmm. Wow, look at the posts by Elmo. 1,462. Donald Trump's birthday is the 14th day of the 6th month. You get 1462. Everything's ran by numbers in the language, y'all.
as well as commentary about President Trump. The messages were removed from the account shortly after they were published. A spokesperson for Sesame Street called the
The world is fake and it's disgusting. Because you get X, which is like triple X too. So all of those connections, you put them all together, and I want to know what you think. It's a disgusting world with symbolism that we live in. Okay? It's a disgusting world with this symbolism and this manipulation. You know what I mean? Y'all just got to read. It's right there. Wow. So this has been wild. What do you think? Did we reach 40 minutes? I don't know. Soak up all of that information. Elmo, I mean, this all manipulation here. Elmo's hacked X account posted racist messages. They delete them, supposedly. They say deleted. Sesame Workshop is trying to regain control. So basically, yeah, let's poison the minds, and then let's just say it happened some other way. Shout out to y'all. This has been great.